Why do white people resent Black excellence? Let's talk about it.
Guys are always trying to be in Black spaces every time. No matter how they try to push them away, they still come. Even when they stay silent, they complain, oh, you guys are just too silent. Why you guys not saying a word? This thing is an atom of jealousy. Like, they are actually exhibiting the whole traces of jealousy and prejudices. And of course, somebody have come out to say that the whole reason for prejudices is actually jealousy, okay, because you cannot get what these people have and all of that. Well, this sister says a lot, right, on that video, and really it takes a lot of courage to come out and really break down things, especially when it has to concern a particular community, just so hard. Well, guys, I have other clips I'm going to share with you guys, so let's go watch, then I'll come back with the commentary. Do let me know what you all think in the comment section, and credit to all creators on this video. So let's go watch, then I'll come back with the commentary.
All white people are racist, obviously, but there is a specific subset for whom Black excellence seems like a personal affront to them, right? It really bothers them when Black people succeed. The 13th Amendment emancipated enslaved Black Americans in 1865, and then the Jim Crow laws kind of wrapped up with the passing of the Civil Rights Act in 1964. So if we do the math, that's about 61 years in which Black Americans were able to strive for success in any sort of meaningful way without like the constraints of the law pulling them down. 61 years. If we compare that to white Americans who besieged a land already owned and occupied by indigenous Americans, we'll put that around 1620 when, you know, the Mayflower came here, then that gives them about 425 years to establish success in this country. 425 versus 61. If we compare those two fundamentally very different time spans, like, how much did white Americans actually do in all that time? If we are to compare even the poorest and most underprivileged of white America to Black America generally, it is clear that white Americans are born way past the start line, right? By that I mean, by like nature of being white in American society, you do benefit from all sorts of privileges. And like, to be frank, you're not exhausted by the horrible experience of facing racism on a daily basis, right? You do have a ton of privileges. So I imagine existing in this bubble of privilege that you like totally deny. The existence of Black people for whom success is like second nature, when it comes so easily and so readily, even though you've only had 61 years to achieve it, I imagine that's exhausting and frustrating. I imagine it makes people feel super, super inferior and hurts certain people's tiny, tiny little egos. And what do they blame that deep, deep psychic pain on? Well, of course, DEI and critical race theory and affirmative action. So I guess the question is, what might help those white Americans who just so strongly detest Black excellence? Like, what will help you? And for that, I would suggest like a lot of therapy, like a ton of therapy. And I would also just suggest that we open the schools, right? We teach people history. Yeah, maybe? Okay, bye!
Y'all be getting tired of me talking about stuff like this, and y'all be thinking like I'm OD and I'm just dragging it, but I promise y'all I'm not. The example, the story time I'm gonna give y'all is literally the reason why I be saying stuff I be saying. If the shoe fits, then wear a Cinderella. If not, keep scrolling. Don't be coming to my comments talking about some, well, not all, babes. Yeah, majority, but not all. Y'all be thinking I'm lying when I say that a lot of white women, literally, they do not like seeing a Black woman do better than them. They do not like seeing a Black woman who is prettier than them. They don't like seeing a Black woman that overpasses them. As long as you're not doing better than them, then they're good. I'm friends, she's Black, with a girl who runs track, and I was spending some time with her, like, you know, talking with her. I talked to her in a minute. I'm sitting on the couch or whatever, I'm on the phone, and I'm talking to her. She's telling me about this teammate who's also her roommate. She's white. She started telling me about the passive and microaggressive behavior that her teammate would show her during practice and in her dorm room. And I'm like, okay, what do you mean? Explain. She told me about a situation where, like, every day at practice she beats her. Her times are always faster than hers. Like, you know, she overpasses her in everything she does. She said she would look at her white teammate whenever they would get done running and ask her if she's good, if she's okay, because she'd be huffing and puffing and breathing hard like she ain't, you know, took a breath in hours. And she said the white girl would just like side at her, give her a dirty look, or just won't say nothing. Then she said it was this one time when they were in practice and they were doing time trials and they were running and whatnot, and she ended up beating her. My friend, the Black girl, she's not the fastest on her team. There's maybe like a few people that's faster than her by a little bit, but she's like top 3, top 5. And the people that's faster than her maybe by like a little bit are not Black, but still. There was one day in practice they were doing the time trials, and after everybody got done running, her roommate, the white girl, starts crying, and people start surrounding her, asking her what's wrong, and her teammate looks at her, not the other girls that's faster than her. She looks at my friend, the Black girl, goes, she can't be better than me. She can't be better. She can't be faster than me. Like, white women do not like seeing Black women surpass them. Like, I kid y'all, I'm not making this up. I looked at my fan, because we over the phone. I'm looking at my friend, I'm like, she said that out loud, or did she say that to you, or did you just hear it around the grapevine? She said no, she said that out loud. That's what she told the people that was checking on her, that was asking about her. She was like, she said it out loud. She said she cannot be better than me. She cannot be faster than me. Mind you, my friend, the Black girl, is not the fastest on the team. She's top 5, but she's not the top fastest. Top fastest are not even Black. But it's like she picked my friend down and was like, oh, she can't be better than me. She can't be faster than me. Do y'all see what I'm like? Do y'all see what I'm talking about though? Like, do y'all see what I mean? It's like, Having a conversation with my best friend like a week ago, and we got a kind of like a mini argument about this because he was trying to say, well, shit, not all white people are bad, not all white girls are bad. And I said, I'm not saying every white person is bad. You got to read the fruits of their spirits first. I was explaining to him, bro, a lot of these white people will smile and kiki in your face because I think I've seen videos and I've met her teammate before. She's really sweet, super nice. I was like, a lot of these white women will smile and kiki and haha in your face. A lot of these white people will smile and kiki and haha in your face. But when you're not around, you're having conversations with their families about how they feel about black people, how they feel about people of color. Low key, they be hiding, envy in their heart. They be in these one-sided competitions with you. My friend was literally telling me that there's times where she would do things and say things and try to pick fights with her, and you could tell that she's doing it just to get a reaction out of her. That's why y'all, I'm not saying all white people are bad. I'm not saying all white women are bad. I am not. I can read the fruits of the spirit of someone, and I can tell if they're like, a genuine person or not. A lot of y'all, when you're dealing with white people, especially as a black woman, when you're dealing with white women, this is a tick for tack game. I promise you, I win every time. This is a tick for tack game with them. You gotta have strategy when dealing with them. I told my friend, I said, you need to make sure you're praying over yourself. I said, you need to make sure you keep yourself prayed over, watch your back and whatnot, because to be around someone like that is dangerous. So it's very obvious that she's envious of you. It's very obvious that she's in this one-sided beef with you. And I said, anything that she can do to trip you up, get you in trouble, do anything to screw you up, she's going to do it. Then play victim and act like she ain't do nothing. I said, you need to be careful. This is what I be talking about. Like, I know y'all be thinking, oh, Shay's dramatic, Shay's just so super pro-black. No, like, these are real life situations that people are going through. It's a dangerous position to be in. Like, I don't.
It's interesting how white women have historically excluded black women from their spaces. Yet when black women try to have our own space, people get upset and say, culture is meant to be shared. Why won't you share? You're being selfish. You're being mean to white women. Why won't you include white women into your space? Why won't you let white women use your products? It's meant for everyone, even though we've historically been excluded from anything having to do with white women.
We can relate. I feel like as black women, we have to carry everybody around us. We have to make sure everybody's okay. But who's checking on us? Who's saying, I got you? Who's saying it's gonna be okay? We have to cry on our pillows. We have to cry in the shower because we have to be strong for everybody else. And sometimes we are being attacked for being strong, being independent, because we have no one else to rely on. I don't remember when was the last time somebody say, I got you. You can breathe. I got you. So before you attack us as black women for being independent, being strong, look at why and how we got here. If we were being protected, if we were being loved on, if we were being cared for, we wouldn't have to be strong. We wouldn't have to act independent. We wouldn't have to do a lot of things. So yes, you will get the soft, gentle, caring and loving, beautiful queens that we are. We carry many, many, many hats, but we have to do what we have to do to survive in this world. That's why we are the way we are. Please and thank you. Now you have a nice evening now. Bye.
I have seen people share their story of how, they were treated by. So many people have come out to say that instead of them being in the same office space with a white woman as their boss, they would prefer a white man because they will have more compassion than, a white female boss will treat them as a. But sometimes when we talk about this and bring it online, people talk about it. You see people dragging them in the comment section. Oh, I'm not like that. Well, I have black friends too. I have Latino friends too. So, I love people of color. I love them. I was not there when my ancestors did whatever thing they did. I have always loved upon people and all of that. Why that might be true, but that does not change the fact that you have this resentment in your heart for these people, okay, even though you don't show it, but sometimes, somehow, your attitude shows for to really prove the whole idea that, your resentment, okay, you have resentment for them. It might not be so loud, but yes, it's still as spoken, okay. People can also read your minds and see exactly what you are and who you are and how you see them, okay. We try to, paint everything and make it look like, oh, people are just living with this mentality. Why don't you just free yourself and be around us and all of that? Somebody asked a question one time. I was like, why is it hard for people of color to be in black spaces? Are they scared? I think this is not just fear. It's just that they don't know how to handle themselves when they come there, okay. Somebody said they'll come in and they will grabs everything and they will change it to look like it's theirs and all of that. And yes, and that's why it's as if sometimes black women are just like, we are just going to be by ourselves. We're just going to be by our own. We don't want any other, people on our spaces. We just want to go to our cookout and just share our spaces within ourselves. We don't want to share with anybody else, so that it doesn't look like we are pushing you into something else and all of that. And when you come, you make every other person uncomfortable. No, we don't want that. I think the best would just be for them to stay on their own, do their cookout themselves, do their girls hangout, their girls trip and all of that, because they just do not want you tomorrow coming out and say, oh, I went to this hangout with these black folks and this is how I was treated and all of that. And that's why when you see most of these teach like they are black women online, you just wonder like, what again? What are you about to say again? Because definitely they always have something to say, right? Even though some of them turn it around and say it's always the other people that looks like me that always make such videos and say dear white women. So who started it first? Like whose ideology was it to even make such videos in the first place, right? So I've seen even their men, their black women. Why don't you like dating white men? And you would be like, but you guys love your own. Why are you having issues with the fact that people have decided to be on their own, right? Some of these people just don't get it. Okay, they just don't get it. Say hello to my baby. They just don't get it, you guys. And it's actually freaking a lot of people out right now, okay? And that's why most people are making these videos, to actually educate a lot of people on the downside of some of these things, okay? And you just have to get a hold of yourself and try to tell yourself the truth, because sometimes I think it's people dealing with guilt and not knowing the truth, or even knowing the truth and try to rub it in and make it look like, oh, that's not the truth. Okay, we just have to face it. Okay, I love everybody. I love the black and brown people. I don't have issue with that. My parents didn't teach me that. That was a time, definitely that would be a time where you guys had that conversation, even though every one of you tried to make it like you never had such conversation with your parents any day. It's quite unfortunate, right? But it is what it is, and this is a world that we all live in, and people are getting used to the fact that, you know what, even though segregation might not be legal, but somehow the world is still segregated, okay? People are still living in that ideology, that mentality of segregation, okay? No matter what we do, we just have to be very careful around these people. They know exactly what they're doing. They might just have other motives and all of that. You never can tell the heart of a man, deeply rooted in envy, jealousy, and evil, right? Well, guys, I would love to hear what you all have to say about today's video. Let's have that in the comment section, and please consider subscribing if you have not already. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. I look forward to seeing you all on my next video. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.